Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mega Cringe Gaming. I am your host, Tigman. Now, this is Part 4.2. We are going to be doing a special. This is going to be a lot longer than the previous videos, and I think this is going to happen when we get to these locations. We are now at the X Mansion, the Xavier Institute, and we're it's fairly long. It's a little mundane, so if you don't want to watch this, I do not blame you. But I'm gonna make it nonetheless. But it's a lot of walking around, lore gathering, so hope you appreciate it and enjoy the video. I could just listen and play this game over and over.
Professor Xavier, I'd like you to meet Allison Crestmere.
Hello, Allison. Welcome to the Institute. How are you?
A little confused, but I'm okay.
Wait,
That's understandable.
is that what? Oh, crap!
Jean could take you on a tour.
I totally forgot his name, but he played like
Would you
Captain
prefer that I
Picard
show you
in
the true purpose of the Institute
X-Men Next
and the
no, not Star Trek Next Generation. Is that the guy that actually? Is that the actual voice of like the guy that actually played Professor X in like the X-Men movies with Hugh Jackman and stuff? Like, is that a sound? Like, I know they always get voice actors that can do similar to every role, but that actually sounds awfully close to him. Okay, you know, let's role play here a little bit. I got questions. Why
was I brought here?
You were brought here for your own protection. The people who attacked you in New York City were members of the Brotherhood of Mutants. They can be extremely dangerous.
Yes.
So they
Not
could
very.
come after
We
me
can
again?
beat them easily.
Perhaps. Which is why it would be best for you to stay at the mansion. At least until we determine exactly why the Brotherhood attempted to kidnap you.
See, Professor X, you can't hate him. Especially if you're like a red-blooded American. That mentality he has, that is like right there. It's, I mean, on obviously certain philosophical points that are just prevalent in like the X-Men universe. Like Professor X, like as far as like baseline topics, like I roll with that. I dig what he's saying.
Are you the leader of the X-Men?
I prefer to think of myself as their mentor. I leave team leadership to Cyclops or Storm.
But
See,
you brought them
I knew
together,
it.
right?
Storm was the other team leader.
Yes. I started with Cyclops and several others. As time passed, I found more mutants who were capable of handling the responsibilities of being an X-Man.
Who is the Brotherhood?
Who's the Brotherhood?
The Brotherhood is an unruly collection of mutants who consider themselves above humanity. They operate outside
See,
the
this
law
is where
and
I
use their ability
really
to
think
further their
we would ever
misguided
really
desires.
take. We would let
do they
such people
want?
They've labeled
take
themselves
charge like that,
Homo
or at the very
superior
least,
and
we'd
believe
raise
they
them up
will
to
inherit the
celebrities.
earth. But they are far from meek.
All right. Well, this is a playthrough, so we're gonna have Jean show us around.
I'd like Jean to show me around.
Maybe we'll find a
It'd be my
checkpoint
pleasure.
somewhere.
As you move from room to room, I'll give you a little information on the X-Men.
Once you're done with Jean's tour, come back here and I'll show you the sub-basement.
Lead the way, Allison.
Oh, we get to play Allison now, and Jean just follows us around in her mission uniform. All right. Oh, review X-Men bios. Wolverine, Cyclops, and Jean Grey. So basically, here we go. Logan is a man who's a mystery even to himself, a victim of vicious experiments at the Weapon X laboratories. Wolverine's memories have been severely damaged. Who he is and where he came from may be lost to him forever. But one thing is certain. He's the best at what he does. Alright. Born in Canada, Wolverine worked for Department H, a group of superheroes based in Ottawa, Canada. Wolverine eventually left his homeland to work for Charles Xavier and the X-Men. Possessing a mutant ability to quickly heal physical damage, Wolverine also has claws he can extend and retract from the back of his hands. Perhaps because of his mutant healing factor, the Weapon X labs fused adamantium to his bones, making his skeleton virtually indestructible. His acute sense of smell allows him to follow the trail of an enemy. So basically it's like a bloodhound with cat claws and the healing ability of a lizard? I don't know. That's a weird hybrid. I'm actually slightly curious. Name Logan. Okay. Cyclops. Real name Scott Summers. Duty would be the word that best sums up Scott Summers. It is his sense of duty that led him to become the first member of Professor X's team of X-Men. It is also his sense of duty that continues to drive him to bear the awesome burden of team leader. Cyclops' eyes are able to generate a blast of energy, which is strong enough to melt steel. The energy comes from solar energy his body absorbs. Unfortunately, he was hurt as a youngster when he and his brothers Alex were forced to jump from a burning plane. That's kind of dope, but scary at the same time. Burning plane, like, I think that's like a fear of mine. Yeah, like I would, like, turbulence unnerves me a little bit, but I kind of roll with it. Like, I have a respect for flight and the science behind it, but deep down, like, anything worse than turbulence ever happen on a plane, I'll be honest, I'll be paralyzed with fear. I really think I would be paralyzed with fear. Not like losing my mind and going ballistic running around or anything. Like, I would just be frozen stiff with just fear. 'Cause that's kind of how I react towards things I'm terrified of. Because of that injury, Scott cannot control his optic blast. Were it not for the special glasses with ruby quartz lens Professor Xavier developed, Cyclops would not be able to open his eyes without emitting a beam of energy. I think we all kind of knew that, but ruby quartz lens, that's actually something I mean, obviously I played this game before and I read all this stuff, but like, I didn't remember that. I didn't know that. So the red stuff, the red lens, it's ruby quartz. Jean Grey. Oh, not much information has been put up. Her real name is obviously Jean Grey, but I'm telling you, there it is. I see it in the later, but I'll read. Being mildly telepathic as a child, Jean Grey first met Professor Xavier in hopes he could correct problems she experienced in dealing with her mutant talents. Later on, in her teenage years, she joined Xavier's group and became the 5th X-Men. She was initially given the codename Marvel Girl. Okay, it wasn't Miss Marvel, it was Marvel Girl. But that title is rarely used anymore. Wolverine will occasionally refer to her as Red because of her bright red hair. Duh. Alright. Well, let's not talk to him because... Oh, here we go. There are many wonders to be found in the Xavier Mansion. Feel free to explore everything that the mansion has to offer. Here you can access movies, view comic covers, or visit the Danger Room to practice your fighting techniques. Alright.
Did you have a question, Allison?
Yes, I did. This house is too cool. Who owns it?
This house is too cool. Who owns it?
The Xavier Mansion is owned by Professor Charles Xavier. Once it was his family's estate, but he had bigger plans.
Obviously.
It hasn't changed since it was first built.
Oh, it's had quite a bit of remodeling over the years. but we're very fussy about keeping things as close to the original design as possible.
I can relate. I like to keep things originals too. I don't like replacing things. I'm not saying I'm scared of change, but I definitely understand. You don't fix a good thing if it's not broken, and if you did break it, well, try to keep it to its original way because you knew that way worked.
This place is huge. What kind of things are here?
The mansion has dormitories for the students, a swimming pool, a library, and a huge lawn should you feel the need to stretch your legs.
Who's Professor Xavier? Okay, we just talked to him, but let's humor the commentary choices here,
Who's
please.
Professor Xavier?
Professor Xavier, or Professor X as some call him, is the founder of the X-Men, but perhaps more importantly, he's a teacher.
What subject does he teach?
Humanities.
Can we just say he's a philosophy teacher?
Non-mutants learn that they can live together peacefully.
That's essentially
So,
just saying he's a
Professor
philosopher.
Xavier's a mutant too?
Oh yes. He's the most powerful telepath alive.
Too cool. I'm done with this. Yes, I'll ask you more info if more later.
Thanks. I'll ask again if I need more info.
Because I kind of want Jean Grey's inputs on these rooms.
Welcome to the Xavier Institute, Allison.
Damn, girl, I haven't even gone 2 steps in the room. This place, what is it? We already asked that, so.
What room is this?
The library is one of the most popular rooms in the house. There's a wide variety of literature here, from Shakespeare to comic books. It's an interesting mishmash of styles, kind of like the X-Men.
And who are you?
My name is Jean Grey, and I've been an X-Man most of my life.
Today, in New York City, were you talking to people with your thoughts?
I like how they didn't
My
emphasize the
abilities
dot.
to
They just,
and
she went from
basis.
New York, you. Didn't leave that dot. Like that pause. Like, wasn't reading the script she was talking. She memorized the lines, she just spat them out. Alright, you're a mutant. Obviously, telepathic.
Yes, I am. You'd be hard put to find someone around here who isn't.
I didn't think there were many people like me.
Our numbers are growing, and it's nothing to be ashamed of, Allison. Even though there are a few people who would like you to be.
Is that
You're
telepathic?
I
think
have
she's
the
also
ability to
telekinetic,
read
right?
minds and communicate mentally.
And telekinesis means you can list stuff with your thoughts, right?
Exactly. I've grown quite powerful at it over the years, but I doubt I'll ever master it.
Alright, I think that's enough.
This place is huge.
I'm just curious.
What is it?
This is the Xavier Institute.
Oh, it's a different
a
response.
school where mutants learn to control their abilities, as well as discovering more about themselves and their place in the world.
A school for mutants? I didn't know there was such a thing.
It's a
The
secret,
fact that
kid.
the students are mutants is kept secret for everyone's protection. In addition to being a school, the mansion is also home to the X-Men.
Hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, that's great. Have a school for kids that aren't going to be X-Men, but you're going to base a Spec Ops team down in the basements. Great way to keep the kids safe. Alright, thanks for the info. The logic. Well, it was created back in the 70s. What do you expect? Wolverine comic. This is a cover. Pretty awesome. We're not going to look too much into that. We're going to... Oh, doors are right here.
Classes are held here, Monday through Friday. The students receive a full curriculum in math, history, physics, and a wide variety of other topics.
Any electives? Do they have PT mandatory or anything like that? Oh my gosh, look at that TV. You know this is 2004. Who has box with a trunk like that on a cart? Oh man, no smart boards here, just wooden black chalkboards. I think this is an emergency tunnel, elevator tube entry area. But we'll do. Is that FDR? I don't know. All right, here we go. Oh,
This is the sitting room. It's a great place to kick back and relax. Needless to say, this room doesn't get a lot of use by the X-Men.
I doubt it. They're always standing around out here. I believe it.
This door takes you to the backyard. A little later, you'll have to go out and see the swimming pool.
Yeah, I will. I will get to go and see the swimming pool. I like swim. Actually, I don't. I don't like swimming pools. I like rivers. I like being in rivers.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I'm not a fan of lakes. I don't like stagnant water. I like water that's moving. Now, there are some lakes that have some current in it, but like I love
Oh, yes.
rivers, and I'll deal with the ocean, but don't expect me to go out far because I am terrified of ocean life. Like, oh, what's this? Review cinematics. Xavier Institute and game introduction. I think game introduction is today. Yeah, we're not really watching that. And Institute, I'm assuming, is the clip. Yeah. All right, we don't care. We've already seen it. I have, and you did it with me. So, pool table, no pools. Where are the balls? That is the exact same painting. I want some variety here, people.
Believe it or
Right.
not, we do take the time to sit down every once in a while and have a meal together, just like any other family.
Yeah.
I can't picture
That's
anyone
unfortunately
else
not a
actually
commonplace
cooking a
in
meal.
today's in this day and age much anymore. Unfortunately, I've although I do from time to time do enjoy sitting down and having dinner with my mother. Normally, like 2 or 3 times a week. Doesn't happen often though. I wish we could do it more often, but you know, conflicting work schedules and stuff like that. You just can't always do it, especially this day and age. Not dogging anyone that can't do it, because obviously I don't. But and it's nice. It's a wonderful feeling to be able to just sit down and eat a good meal with family and friends.
This door leads to the front lawn where there's a beautiful fountain. You can go see it in a little while. It's a great place to sit and read or write.
Really? My two
favorite things are reading romance novels and
and
writing in my diary.
I can see we're two of a kind. Later on, we'll have to get together and swap books.
I like reading, but not necessarily romance novels. Novels. I say novels, not novels. I'm tongue twisting today, man. Well, let's check upstairs. Let's get this tour over with. I think we're already like what, 20 minutes in?
The floor of the mansion has bedrooms for many of the X-Men. Feel free
Man.
to wander around and look in the rooms.
This might have to be a 2-parter, or we can just make it an extra long video. I don't know. When standing near objects that can be used, a X prompt will appear. There are also green arrow markers indicating points of interest throughout the mansion. Cool. I think we already encountered a few of those. Who's this?
This room belongs to Scott Summers. You met him in New York, the guy with the optic blasts. He was the very first X-Man, and he's the team leader.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
We read that in his bio.
He's kinda cute.
And he's kinda spoken for.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
I'm just teasing, Allison.
Take it as a compliment,
I've
girls.
been there for
Another girl thinks your man's
to
hot.
have him.
You shouldn't worry about him being loyal or not. Otherwise, you shouldn't be with him. But if another girl thinks he's hot, man, take it as a compliment that you got good taste. All right? Or you at least have probably a person you have common interests in. Not just in a man, but maybe you have similar tastes. Try to find the silver lining in these things. Don't get all so defensive. I wouldn't know. No one's ever said I was hot. So, but Scott wakes up and does curls in the morning, man. And what is that? Is that a car? That looks like a tank to me. That looks like some Soviet tank from the 1920s. I'm obviously getting hung up over a like 5-pixel picture in a game from 2004, trying to decipher what it's meaning. No, it looks like a tank in like the tundras of Russia, or like those I forget what the model numbers were, but those old Trissy tanks or whatever they were called from the 1920s that they rolled into the 1930s when they invaded Finland. I don't know. Oh, examine Cyclops' picture of Jean. A wooden frame picture of Jean sitting near the helm of a small sailing boat, wearing a heavy sweater, sits here. There is wind in her hair, and the look on her face is joyful. Signed across the top is the message, "To Scott, all my love." That's actually really nice. It's so simple, and like they know it's pixelated, man. You can't make out that. So that's how you describe things if you ever want to write a novel or write just anything. You need to give a description of something, how it looks. That gave me a very clear image, and then you look at the pixelated thing, and it just all comes together beautifully. Like, that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Which way did I go? Oh, no, we weren't going this way. Move, Jane! Oh, wow. That's like that awkward moment where you and this other person are trying to get past each other, but you're making the same moves.
This is my bedroom. I've lived here off and on.
Okay, this is weird. We're going into everyone's rooms.
It's the real home I've ever known.
Like, this is one of those things where, like, you are in one of those story games, story-rich games, and they, like, choice matters, go into other people's rooms, that would create, like, distrust. But here it does not matter. A stylized image of two hands holding a rose is propped up here. A sentiment is written across the top of the image. Our love will bloom forever. Scott. That is sappy but adorable all at the same time. Then again, I just like to bash on Cyclops. I don't know. He's not my favorite X-Man.
This is your room, Allison. If you want it. I bet you'd find the mansion a great place to learn about your abilities.
I'm not sure if I want to learn about them.
It's scary.
After what happened
But
in New
me
York,
personally,
maybe it'd be
I
best
would
if I never
want
used them
to learn about my abilities.
Allison, if you don't
Mainly
think you should
because
your abilities now, then
I'm
you can
kind of
cause
like,
far more
I'm a
damage
kind of a
later
control
on.
freak.
I
I'm
suppose
not a
you're
control
right.
freak, but I like to be
Still.
in control
I don't
of
know.
my life to some degree. So if I have something that's uncontrollable, I like to be able to control that. So I want to learn, especially if I got an ability. One, that's just kind of cool. And second of all, I would want to be able to control that so it doesn't control me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a almost 30-year-old man that just been through enough of life to just know what he really wants. Maybe. I don't know. There's still a lot of things I don't know, but pretty sure about that. Oh, here we go. Inside the suitcase is a high school yearbook with a personal message to Allison. Hey girl, freshman year has been a total blast. Next year will be even better, as long as Mitch doesn't share our study hours again. What a lamer. I bet he's a mutie or something like that on the news. Anyway, Mexico is calling my name. Have a great summer. Friends forever. Mandy. This is 90s written all over. This is like, this makes me think of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like, I haven't watched that in years. Like, I couldn't even tell you like an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer anymore. But like, it just has that feel to me. Oh, what's this? Oh, review load screens. Blob. Cyclops, characters, menu, mansion upstairs, Mystique, Professor X, Storm, Wolverine. Yeah, we'll just skip all that. Actually, I wanted to look at something. All right, XJet New York. Boom. All right, there's that one. 2. What is the flipping difference? I knew it. I don't remember seeing 2 different types of XJets. So why are they exactly the same? I am looking for any differences here. I don't see a flipping difference. That's an extra something right there. Oh, what's here?
This is Hank McCoy's room. We call
Hank
it being
McCoy!
upset, not as an insult. You'll find out why when you meet him.
Actually, probably one of the more
You'll
likable
never guess he
characters.
was such a
I'm a pacifist
bookworm.
by nature. Alright, chalkboard. An old pivotal chalkboard is covered with a mess of equations all overlapping each other. At the bottom is a final notation, need more chalk. Okay, pardon if I mispronounce that. I have difficulty pronouncing my own name some days, so I'll say I did pretty good there. Yeah, just step on his books. Oh, no, don't go there. Especially if there's only one way out. Because then we'll be trapped forever because we can't spawn into her. Alright.
This is the second floor elevator. From here you can go to the first
Did
floor.
we even find the
or
first
the
floor
second
elevator?
basement.
Just saying. Did we ever find the first floor elevator? Just saying. Just thinking out loud here. Oh, what's
This
this?
is Rogue's room. You'll like her. She's a bit of a wild
Rogue.
child.
I don't care
She tends to
what
get into trouble.
series or
Well,
comics
Rogue
I've read.
did a
I've
few
always
questionable
liked
things
Rogue.
Before joining the X-Men,
Now, I've always
but
been more of a
she's
DC
proven
fan,
herself to be an
but
invaluable member
I've
of
always
the
liked
team.
Rogue. I don't know, her backstory
If
has
you
just
don't mind
been
me asking.
an absolute joy.
What can she do?
And not
It's a bit
necessarily like
complicated, but
you take joy in
her
it, but
power
like
deals with direct
I
skin contact.
enjoy and
Which
take
is why
pleasure in
she
just
always wears
reading
gloves.
such an interesting character. She's and art style. Like I always call me a sucker. I like that little hair streak they put on her, like the white streak she has on the front of her hair. I could have sworn there were things to interact here. Ugh. I get terrified to get stuck in there, especially when you can't jump.
Aurora Monroe lives here. Her mutant abilities allow her to control the weather, which comes in handy with her favorite pastime, gardening.
Aurora. What a pretty name.
Her code name is Storm. She takes over as leader of the X-Men if Scott
Yep.
Summers isn't around.
Storm is the second team leader. I think she would also have the leadership stats you can get later. A handwritten letter lays on the desk. Wow, we are a nosy little teenager here. Forge, you still owe me that carriage ride and a dinner at Caronize? Caronize? Did I say that right? I don't know what that is. I'm imagining it's a restaurant. I plan on collecting that when next you visit. Okay, that is a Aurora. I don't know if that was a typo or that's just how she writes, and they put in that as lore. That threw me off, but then again, it's not hard to throw me off. Move, Gene.
Bobby Drake stays here. His
Bobby
code
Drake.
name is
Of
Ice
course, we're
Man.
just barging in everyone's room.
Yes. He makes ice.
He can freeze almost any object instantly. I'd keep an eye on him if I were you. He's a real charmer.
In other words, he's a playboy. Look at those posters. Good thing they're already pixelated. The game did the editing for me. Alright. Let's...
Did you have a question?
No, but you're too close to a door, so
Thanks. I'll ask again if I need more info.
this is going too long. We might have to skip
This
some rooms.
is the home of Peter Rasputin.
Rasputin!
Pure Russian, from the top of his crew cut to the bottom of his size 18 feet.
18.
I never believe a
That's
body of steel could house such a gentle heart.
Such big feet. Size 18. That's massive. Concept art. We don't have any. Awesome. Ooh. A paint splattered easel holds a half-finished painting of the majestic and inspiring Ural Mountains. The painter is obviously very talented and a master of colored light and shadow. The brushes and oil paints sit neatly nearby, ready for use when it's time to finish the painting. And a gentle heart and a painter. I think they always put like painting as like a skill for those who are supposed to be like gentle hearts. Since I don't paint, I guess I'm not a gentle heart.
This room belongs to the ultimate man of mystery, Wolverine. Although he's a bit rough around the edges.
And that's apparently a
He's the
turn
best friend
on.
you could ever want, and the worst enemy you could possibly imagine.
Alright, anything else in here? Anything to interact? Ah! Hanging on the wall is a weathered Canadian flag with some writing on it. Come on back to the old varsity team anytime. Your friends at Alpha Flight. Shaman, Puck, Snowbird, Sasquatch. Sasquatch? Really? James and Heather Hudson. I'm pretty sure I misread that, but you know, to heck with it. And here, trivia games. We will not do trivia. Not now. We will probably have a separate video dedicated to trivia later. Because this can take a while. And it gives you experience points. Only for Allison. But we'll do that later. This video's already gone pretty long. We're going to be in the mansion for the next video too. So I don't think we encountered the elevator on the first floor. That's why I'm coming back down here. Here we go.
This is the first floor elevator. From here you can go to the second floor or the
sub-basement.
I'll skip it for now. In an old house like this, I bet it's just full of cobwebs.
You'd think that,
Wouldn't you? Alright. We're going to go back to Professor X. Because we're done with the tour. Here. Alright.
Did you?
I'm done with the tour.
If you're done with the tour, go back to Professor Xavier's office. He'll want to take you on a tour of the sub-basement.
Thanks. I'll ask again if I need more info.
Alright. Well, she's done giving commentary and stuff like that. So let's talk to Professor X.
Allison, are you ready to see the true purpose of the Institute?
Why was I brought here? Could you take
me on the sub-basement tour?
Yes, indeed. You see, a majority of this facility is underground so as not to attract the attention of those who mean ill will towards mutant kind. It features state-of-the-art training equipment that helps prepare the X-Men for any challenges they may encounter.
Alright. Holy crap.
This is the war room. From here, we keep a watchful eye on the world for any signs of trouble. This is also where the X-Men meet to formulate combat strategies.
What's that holographic globe?
That is the mission control computer. With it, you can examine and activate any missions that are currently available to the X-Men.
Ooh.
I'll have to take a look at that later.
You're not an X-Men. You have no business doing that, girl.
Would you like
Stop
a
being
tour
so
of the
nosy.
sub-basement, or would you prefer to explore on your own?
I like a sub. I don't need a tour.
I'd like a sub-basement tour.
Feel free to
Let's
respect
take the
rules.
tour.
I'll follow
Let's have him
along
give
and
us some
explain
input.
as we go.
We need to learn about this place. Let's hear from the residents. Look at that guy scooting around. That is a powerful chair. Alright.
Oh, wow. This is incredible.
Thank you. We're rather proud of it.
I would be too. Who is polishing those floors? Look! It's reflecting the walls. Like, I'd be scared to walk on this. Like, wipe your shoes. No, take off the shoes and then put on the special socks. But you hear the clanking? That means she has her shoes on. She's tracking mud and dirt, dude. Janitor's gonna be pissed. Oh, checkpoint. All right, we can stop here. All right, we're gonna save. Slot A. Holy crap. Wait. Hold on. Oh, I did load. That could have been very bad. Oh. Save. Slot A. Alright, there's all those. Whew. That scared me very badly. Alright, save. Jeez. Alright, we're gonna take a break here. Save successful. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for enduring this actually rather dull endeavor. And watching this playthrough. I mean, hopefully I was entertaining enough. I know I barely was keeping myself entertained. So, please, be nice to me. But anyways, I'm going to call it here. I'm not going to drag this out much longer. Alright, so with that said, I bid you adieu and stay classy.